So about 4 years ago, I made the decision to pursue full-time freelance video and photo work. And when I was thinking about making that transition from doing this thing that I loved as a passion and a hobby to become a career, I had a few things that I really found myself thinking about a lot. And so I figured I'd make this video if you're finding yourself in the same situation. Hopefully this will help you think through that a little bit if you actually want to make that transition. Hopefully this makes things a little clearer for you. So these are just a few things to think about if you're wanting to make that transition from hobby or passion to career in a creative field. So first, have you done any research into what running a business is going to be like? There's a lot of things to think about, like bookkeeping and finding clients and managing existing client relationships, scheduling your time, things like that will help your business run smoothly. It's good to think about these things ahead of time so that when you do make that jump to doing something full-time, you kind of have systems in place already and you're not just scrambling to get everything running right as you're also trying to find work and do work. Chances are you're going to be doing all of these things by yourself right up from the start, so having systems in place to help you with these things is going to be huge. Second, you got to realize that there is a lot of work that goes into being able to do creative work professionally. And what I mean by that is you're going to be spending probably more time than you think at a computer, just scheduling and sending emails and having meetings and bookkeeping and doing all these various administrative tasks that really do help you to get out there and do the creative work that you're wanting to do. But there is going to be quite a bit of time probably in front of a computer getting to that point of being able to go do the thing you want to do. So you have to ask yourself if this thing that you're hoping to do professionally is something that you love doing enough that all of that other work is okay, that you're okay with doing it, that it doesn't just feel like a total drag because you're going to be doing a lot of it. And again, you're probably going to be doing it all yourself right off the start. The last point I want to make is that good things take time. You might be thinking that, oh, I'm going to be just cruising after, a few months of doing this full time. That's not always the case. You do have to put in potentially years worth of work before you start to get to the point where you think you might actually have been after 3 months or 6 months. And kind of being okay with this and being able to look back on your careers at whatever point you're at and finding some joy and some value in the work that you've already done and realizing that it will help you with the work you're wanting to do in the future is a huge thing. This is not a career that just happens overnight, and it's definitely can be like a lifelong thing if you let it. There's always going to be room for improvement in all facets of your business and of your creative pursuits. So just being okay with taking the time that it needs and really enjoying that too is a big thing. And then I feel like it should also make the case for maybe not pursuing your passion and turning it into a career. There's, I think, a lot of external pressure right now from social media to try and make money off this thing that you're good at and you care about, because it seems like that's what everyone else is doing. And that's definitely not the case. There is a great freedom in just doing the creative things that you love doing for yourself and sharing them with people, but not necessarily as clients or as business partners or anything like that. Just doing these things because you love doing them. And that's something to think long and hard about before you do either decide to jump into doing this as a career or not. You do still retain a bit of that freedom as you move into doing this professionally, as long as you kind of fight for it, because you're going to find yourself getting caught up in administrative tasks and client work. And if you don't set aside some time for yourself to do this stuff for your own sake, then you might lose that initial spark that allowed you to find the joy in this thing from the start. So yeah, think long and hard if you want to actually do this creative thing as a career, or if you're just doing it because it seems like that's what everyone else is doing. Yeah, if you're at the stage where you're taking things from a passion or a hobby and thinking of going to pursue it as a career, or if you've already made that jump and it's going well or it isn't, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.